Bonjour. Today we will be talking about the best food processor of all, the French knife. There's a lot you can do with the French knife. Very many easy cuts. First of all, I'm going to show an onion. There's a lot of different ways to cut an onion. Now, let's see here. One of the more traditional ways for like a soup cut would be to cut the end off and leave the other end on. Peel out the outer leaves. This would be a great soup cut. Now, generally they take a few incisions going this way towards you, being careful with your fingers obviously. So I've made a few cuts going that way now. If you go into it the other way, and leaving this end on here will help keep most of the onion together. Then, at a 90-degree angle, there you go, you have a quick dice right like that. Now again, on this, instead of trying to pick up the onions, try this. Just pull your cutting board towards the edge, a little over the edge, and then just take your French knife and just slide them into the vessel there. Okay, here's another method. There's, like they say, there's more than one way to cook a goose. There's many ways to cut onions. Now, take the outer peel off. Okay, what we have here, we have an onion. I've left it round with the ends cut off. A quick way to do a very fine dice with very little muss is just simply cut with your French knife. A few rounds like that. As you can see, they're fairly thin. Then they're stacked on top of each other, and then just cut across. A lot of little cuts across like that. If there's any longer pieces, just turn it 90 degrees. And you're not really chopping, you're just slicing. There's a great, quick mince for like chicken salad, for salsa, for a lot of different cuts. Now let's do another cut here real quick. Okay, there's another way to do the same thing with it. I like to take the onion, cut it in half, and as opposed to leaving the end of it on, and which I find a lot of times is hard to manipulate your slices unless you're just doing a soup dice. Same thing as what we did before is take your knife, using the tip, the edge there, and just keeping your fingers away, tucked for safety, and just pull it through. See that? I'll make an incision, kind of go forward, and then pull it back. Go forward, into it, then pull it back. And it depends on how much onion you need, but if I was doing, there we go. Now we have the same thickness of the slice, and then I'm just going to take my, and one of the things you'll notice is I'll anchor the tip of the French knife on this cutting board like that, and I'm doing a forward slicing motion like that. That's anchoring my cutting motion. And just the loose pieces at the end, I'll just cut like that. So there we go. Another easy way to do a quick dice, as opposed to cutting it in big chunks and then having to chop and mash it down. It's harder. It's a lot more work like that. So right here you have two methods of doing the same dice. One with a round and one with a half. Now, from here, if you're going to do a bit bigger of a dice, just make bigger cuts. Turn it. I like to stack it so it doesn't move. And there you go, a bit bigger of a dice for soup, salsa, sauteing, a lot of different applications with that. Another way, even bigger, like that. And then quick and easy. Much larger dice. Now, if I wanted to do, when I like to brown off onions for a lot of different preparations, you can even go just one cut down the middle, and then two more cuts like that. And these are great for browning and a lot of different applications. Now, for cutting other vegetables, we use many of the same techniques. I'd like to show you one here with carrots. And one thing I'd like to emphasize, if you're doing several carrots, do all of one process first. Meaning don't slice it and then dice it. Do all the one slices first. Same thing with the onions. Now, got my carrot here. And I've cut it slightly at an angle or a bias. And we've got here some nice thin cuts like that. Now, from here you can do a lot of different things with it. Let's just do a few more. Once again, I'm anchoring my knife on the front end, and I'm kind of slicing down or slicing forward a little bit, keeping my fingers tucked and away from the blade. Now, here we go. This would make a nice cut for any type of, like a mixed vegetable, but there's a lot of things you can do with this. One cut, and you'll see why my favorite food processor is a French knife. Now we take these, and if we take